Give me 5 minutes, and you will understand why some people promise you a future just to control your present. They do not always trap you with chains. Sometimes they trap you with dreams. A house one day, marriage one day, children one day, a better version of them one day. And while you are waiting for that one day, you keep forgiving what they are doing today. This is called future faking. It is when someone paints a beautiful tomorrow, so you stop looking at the pain happening right now. They tell you, "I'm going to change." They say, "Soon, everything will be different." They say, "I see my life with you." They say, "Just be patient with me." And because you love them, you believe the promise more than the pattern. At first, it feels romantic. They talk about trips, a home, a family, a life together. They tell you things you have waited your whole life to hear. And for a moment, you feel chosen. You feel safe. You feel like all the pain finally has a reason. But then you notice something. The future keeps getting closer in words, but never in reality. They promise peace, but give you confusion. They promise loyalty, but keep making you feel replaceable. They promise change, but keep repeating the same wound. They promise forever, but cannot even show up properly today. That is the dark truth. Some people do not use the future to build with you. They use the future to keep you waiting. And waiting can become a prison. Because every time you are ready to leave, they hand you another dream, another apology, another plan, another version of themselves that does not exist yet. And you stay, not because the relationship is good, but because the imagined future is beautiful. You are not in love with what is happening. You are in love with what they said could happen. That is why future faking is so dangerous. It does not attack your body, it attacks your hope. And hope is one of the hardest things to let go of. You start defending them. You say, "They are just going through a lot." You say, "They said they want to change." You say, "They told me I'm the one." You say, "They are not always bad." And maybe they are not. But listen carefully. A promise is not proof. Potential is not love. A dream is not commitment. And words are not a future, unless behavior starts walking in the same direction. If someone keeps promising you peace, but keeps being the reason you need healing, that is not love. That is confusion wearing a wedding dress. Real love does not keep you starving on the promise of a feast. Real love does not make you survive months of pain for one sentence about tomorrow. Real love does not need to sell you a fantasy, because it is already showing up in the present. The present is the receipt. How they treat you now is the truth. Not what they say they will become. Not what they say they will give you. Not the person they describe during apologies. Now, how do they speak when they are angry? How do they act when they do not get what they want? How do they respond when you are hurt? How do they treat your boundaries? How do they behave when nobody is forcing them to be good? That is the relationship, not the dream, not the apology, not the version they promise after they hurt you. The pattern. Because people can promise a home while making your heart feel homeless. They can promise forever while abandoning you emotionally every week. They can call you their future while treating your present like it does not matter. And the saddest part is this. Sometimes you are not waiting for them. You are waiting for the pain to finally make sense. You want all the tears to lead somewhere. You want the nights you cried to have a reward. You want the person who broke you to also become the person who proves it was worth it. But pain does not become love just because you waited a long time. And staying longer does not turn a false promise into a real one. So ask yourself one question. If they never changed, If they stayed exactly like this, same habits, same silence, same disrespect, same excuses, same broken promises, would you still choose this relationship? Not the fantasy, not the future version, not the person they become for 2 days after you cry. This person, right now. Would you choose this? If the answer hurts, do not ignore it. That pain is your truth trying to wake you up. You are allowed to love someone and still stop waiting for them. You are allowed to believe they have potential and still admit their pattern is hurting you. You are allowed to miss the dream and still leave the person who kept using it to keep you trapped. Because your life is not a waiting room for someone else's almost. You are not here to spend years loving a version of someone that only exists when they are scared to lose you. Real love is not a future they keep promising. Real love is a present they keep proving. So stop asking what they said. Ask what they keep doing. Stop measuring love by the dream they sold you. Measure it by the peace they give you. Because the right person will not need to trap you with tomorrow. They will make you feel safe today.